Welcome to Budapest. We are here today on a classic fall morning, but we're not staying in Budapest. We're heading down Route 11. We're heading down the Danube River to the Dunakanyar, a region that is surely one of the most gorgeous in all of Hungary. Now, why do they call it the Dunakanyar? Well, Duna means Danube and Kanyar means bend, and the Dunakanyar is where the Danube bends. Classic Hungarian towns such as Visegrad, Szentendre, Leánfalu, and more. And we shall be exploring it all today. So come join us on an adventure in the Dunakanyar, the Danube's bend. You see this right here? This is the Macskakő, the cat stones, the cobblestones. Macskakő, as they call them in Hungarian. And Szentendre is filled with these little elements. You get a real, true medieval, Baroque, Renaissance even atmosphere here. Such a historical town, well preserved. This is the main strip that we're heading down now. And you know, you can't really do Szentendre justice, especially when we have so much to see today. But I love this place. It is etched within my heart. As a resident of the Dunakanyar myself, albeit in the neighboring Leánfalu, I have spent many an afternoon just ambling down these streets, absorbing the atmosphere and all that it has to offer. Oh, you see this here? Now, this would not look at a place in a Slavic country. And why is that? Why do we see Cyrillic on the side of the walls? Well, the thing is that Szentendre had a huge Serbian population. Today it still exists, albeit in much lower numbers. But before World War I, there were tons of Serbs in Szentendre. Ever since 1690, the treaties between the Habsburg Empire and the Ottoman Empire, they caused massive amounts of Serbian Christians to flood up into the Hungarian domains. And here they came and here they settled in Szentendre. Not just Serbs, but also Croats, Bulgarians, Macedonians. All over the Balkans, they sought refuge in Szentendre, settled and thrived. Oh yes. What a marvelous little city. Now Szentendre, it's a very ancient place. In fact, the Romans themselves were here. Ulcia Castrum, the Farkas erőd, the Wolf's Fortress. And it was here on the Danube River where the Roman Empire had its furthest eastern extremity, a borderland. Just on the other side, there would have been Yazigs and Sarmatians trying to get in. It was Marcus Aurelius himself who prowled these very shores, conjuring his stoic meditations that made him so famous. Illuminati. Now, if I was a perfectionist, which I'm not, but if I were a perfectionist, I would tell you that it wasn't Ulcia Castrum, but Ulcia Castra. Always forget my Latin declensions. And not the Farkas erőd, but the Farkas Var, the Wolf's Castle. But after the Romans, there were many different tribes here, from the Longobards to the Huns to the Gepids, all sorts of different intermingling of the post-Roman, pre-Magyar period. But it was in the 9th century when the Magyar came in, the ancient Hungarians, horse lords from the east. And Szentendre, believe it or not, and I think it's quite easy to believe due to its bountiful geography, was one of the first places which they settled. Fighting dog, beware. Ah, Liverpool. Jó Shapka. Hayra. Soha egyedül sétálsz. You see, here. You'll never walk alone. Oh, wait, with the church bell, Oh, it's just the quarter of the hour. Okay, we'll get a longer one at 10. Oh, here we can see on the side, 1770, the 18th century. Oh, my. This land has always been so aesthetic. Such an aesthetic location. Look at the vines, look at the leaves, look at the steeples of the churches. Szentendre, so many churches. That one right there, a Catholic church, but it is home to many more denominations as well, from the Serbian Orthodox, as we mentioned, the Serbs, to the Protestant and Reformed tradition. Szentendre, Szentendre, Szentendre. Now during the summertime, Szentendre, it's bustling. The cruise ships, they stop down the Danube, and Szentendre is of course a must-see destination due to its characteristic architecture, which has been so well preserved. This right here is Főtér, the main square. If you follow me this way, we're gonna head up one of the narrowest streets in all of Hungary. Come here. This is what I love most of all, is these little narrow enclaves. Look at how tiny it is. You can tell this was built at a time before cars. You know, I've been having a little bit too much langos recently. I can hardly make it through here. Speaking of langos, not opened yet, but this is one of the best langosas in the whole country. Now we make it up here to the top of the hill to Templomtér, Church Square. Templom means church, ter means square, and here we are, as you can see, quite reasonably on Church Square. This is a Catholic church, and it was the church of the Dalmatians. Croatians, Dalmatians, nowadays Dalmatia is part of Croatia, but it was its own unique identity. And the Dalmatians, the Dalmatok, as they're known in Hungarian, they, just like the Serbs, settled in Szentendre. Now come over this way, and you can see the rooftops of the town and some of the other churches, really a city of churches. But look at this, look at this. I mean, the medieval atmosphere, you basically feel like you've fallen into a time machine and are transported back to a time when things were not so perfectly machines, but they were a little bit more romantic. You see that sign over there? What does that say? Sobel. Sobel. Who was Sobel? Sobel Béla. We have Petőfi Sándor, the poet, but Sobel Béla and so many other painters, they are the ones that have really turned Szentendre into the town of the painters due to its perfect light. Sobel Béla, Vajda Lajos, Barcsay Jenő. So many men and women that have called Szentendre home for its enchanting atmosphere, its mix of colors. Oh, and what sublime timing as the church bell rings from the top of Templomtér. Now that, as we mentioned, is the Catholic church. Over here, this marvelously colored building, that burnt red, that is a Serbian Orthodox church. Oh, no, this place it's open. I come by here 10 times, it's closed 9 of them. But yeah, I just, I'm not a religious guy. Honestly, I associate more with the pagan Hungarians than anything else, but I love to see a beautiful church, a testament to the architectural prowess of humanity. Look at this color, just look at this color. Wonderful. More narrow, cobbled streets. Honestly, we could spend the whole afternoon walking around here, but we gotta make haste and run because a lady, an artist, a modern day practitioner of the fine aesthetics, has invited us to her ceramic garden, and I don't want to make her wait. Oh my God, I mean, it's peak leaf season. Peak leaf season, more Illuminati. You see this building was built in 1737 in the Baroque style. I mean, Szentendre is just a walking, living museum. And up there, the signature Borhordó, the wine barrel, all sorts of shops around Szentendre used to have these different markings of the guilds. This would tell you what type of trade was offered. Now many of them have been removed for modern day storefronts, but some of them do remain. Oh yeah, look. More, this is Greek right here. Greek, you got Greek, Cyrillic, Roman, Latin, Hungarian, all different sorts of languages. I feel like we're about to see some Chinese and Korean, who knows? Good. We mentioned mostly men before when we were talking about all the artists, but this Kovács Margit Kovács, she was a brilliant female artist. I believe a sculptor, a painter, a real Renaissance woman. Kovács Margit. And now we come back down to the Danube. The floods which afflicted all of Central Europe so recently, they came all the way up here, believe it or not. Already, just a few weeks later, the water has drained. That right there is an island. the Szentendre Sziget, Szentendre Island, a very long island, 4 villages. We're gonna pay one of them a visit later on this afternoon. The Danube up there at Visegrad, it splits. It bends and then it splits, creating this enchanted island. Okay, let's go. Coramic's lady's waiting. Hello. Szia, szeretnék egy pistachio csiga? Jó, szuper. És, do you want something?
Cacao sugar's a must.
You want one?
Sure.
All right. Meg egy kakaós kérlek. Jó, szuper. Köszönjük szépen. So we just stopped off at Basilico Panico. They even have branches down in Budapest. Famous bakery, Szabi a Pék. Szabi the baker, he's a world famous baker actually, importing techniques from Italy to Hungary. Now we see here the malomkerek, the wheel of the old mill, because we are right beside the Bükös patak, really the heart of Szentendre in many ways, more so than the Danube, is this tiny little stream. And I think this is probably as good a place as any to take a bite out of this pistachio chiga. Look at this, they call it the chiga because chiga means snail. It's kind of like the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. I don't know. It's just a delicious pastry. Oh my God. It's amazing. Less famous than its chocolate cousin, the kakos chiga. But pistachio, it gives it a run for its money. Let me tell you. Wonderful little treat. And I know people are gonna get on me for wasting water, but why drink this water? Just give the little plants, quench their thirst, no problem. Fresh spring water. This stuff, I believe this is the fehér, the white something, the fehér víz? Yeah, the fehér víz, the white water stream, right in basically downtown Szentendre, as fresh as you could ever like. You drink this once a day, you'll live to be 113, I'm telling you. All right, we're here at the so-called Coramic Udvar, the ceramics garden. I've passed this place maybe 125 times on my bike, always thought it looked cool. The lady happened to spontaneously invite us inside just the other day. So let's go take a look and see what we can find. Itt vagyunk, here we are. Oh, hey. Bocsánat. Hi.
I was thinking, which other place did you go?
Yeah.
Because there are so many ceramicists in Szentendre.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Gabby, right?
Yeah.
Willie.
Okay.
Cool.
Hello, see her, Adam.
See you, Adam. Nice to meet you too.
All right.
Oh, so welcome. Come in.
Thank you. I literally always pass here on my bike and I'm like, oh, this place looks so cool, I want to come. So I was very happy when you invited me.
Yeah, it's like 80% of the people who come in here, they say, oh, I've been wanting to come in for so long, but I didn't dare to because, you know, it's a private house and is it open or what? So,
nice.
But then when they finally enter, they're happy.
Yes, great. And you are Coramic is, vagy csak?
Nem, ő minden más, a kövekkel nézek, most építi a...
Oh, wow.
Ott berakta a csatornát, ezek amik kőből vannak, azt mind ő építette a futat.
So you built this?
Not the whole wall.
Not the whole wall,
Nem
but
az
part of it.
egész falat, de a köveket most rakja fel.
Követ eltakarom, hogy ne lehessen látni.
Wow, gratulálok.
Hát, kösz.
And it's called the Angyal Villa? The
Angyalos villa.
Angelos Villa, the angely
Well, yeah, because
mansion.
if you see on the facade,
Oh,
there are some little putos, or I don't know how they call it, angels.
cherubs.
Yeah, that's right. And also, the name, another name is Emilia Luck. Emilia was the wife of the person who built it.
Oh, cool.
And he built it for his wife.
Can we see some of your works?
Of course. Come on in.
Pillanat van. Itt Ehhez a házhoz tartozott itt egy nagy terület, a szőlő volt.
Oh, so it's grapes. It was a grape.
Yeah.
It was a vineyard, basically.
Igen,
Yeah.
itt hordták be a szőlőt, itt dolgozták föl, itt ez a kis ház,
Uh-huh.
még akkor ez volt. És ez meg a Vincellér ház volt, ez azt jelenti, hogy ő volt, aki gondozta a szőlőt, meg a bort, meg mindent. Ő segített a házigazdának.
Oh, really?
És akkor itt egy hatalmas nagy pince van.
Wow. Now it's a ceramics pincer.
Csak
So actually, he built this showroom for me.
Oh, wow. What a nice father.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so grateful and so lucky.
And Szentendre is obviously a very like artistic city. Is that what made you turn into ceramikus, like the atmosphere of Szentendre? Or?
Well, I'm sure that it's in my blood somehow, or through my eyes, it became a part of me because when I was born, we were living in the center of town.
Uh-huh.
So I was pushed around
Yeah.
among those buildings, and some of the great artists were still alive.
And do you have a studio as well?
Yeah, it's in here.
Oh, cool. Can we take a look?
You can come in, yeah. It's a little bit messy, but studios are like that.
That's good. I like messy.
But I love
This isn't very messy.
No?
If you look at my office, it's much worse. And you said that your family is Palots, right?
Yeah.
Which is like a Hungarian ethnic subgroup, basically,
Yeah.
mostly from the North Nógrád megye, a little bit of Slovakia, the Felvidék, that area. Does that inform your work at all, like this Palots folk tradition, or not really?
Not specifically. No, I mean. I can speak a little Palot, but
Really?
I learned it from my mom, but just a little proverb kind of thing. But
Can you say it for me?
Édesanyám, Mador. Nem Mador, azt Samor, ez papagoja. Vereba Mador. Did you understand that?
Something about parrots.
Yeah.
It's a very strong accent, though.
Yeah.
This is like before the glaze, or?
Yeah, it's just actually I made these yesterday,
Oh.
so they are still damp if you touch
Can I-
them.
I can
you
touch?
can touch them, yeah.
I'm always scared in these places I'm gonna like break something. Wow, look at this. Can I touch?
Yeah, sure. That's ready.
I made it myself. She just gave me a demonstration. What a place. Very lucky to finally get inside. All those days I've spent biking past.
Oh yeah. So what is this project of yours?
Well, I've been making vlogs all around Hungary for like the past 4 years, but usually just on my GoPro. So now we're doing a travel series